Hey everybody, my name is Rob Bodie Wolf. I run Bad Wolf Music here in Portland, Oregon, and I also run a little band called Finn Doxy, an electric Celtic harp band. You can check us out online. Today I'm going to talk about the channel strip, and I'm going to use two different examples. I'm going to use a physical analog mixer and a DAW ProTools 11, and I'm going to show you what the channel strip looks like in both the physical world and in the digital world. Here we go. With an overview of the Mackie analog mixer that I'm going to use for the first discussion of the channel strip before we move to the DAW. You can see there's a number of different channel strips lined up left to right, and on the far right hand side there's the main faders. We're going to zoom in now on the far left first channel strip labeled mic 1, and we're going to move top to bottom and talk about the different parts. Here we are zoomed in, and you've got your two inputs here at the top are your XLR and your instrument input, and so either mics or instruments can go into this channel. Underneath that you've got where you do the main gain staging, so this is either your trim knob or your gain knob, and this is going to control the overall volume of the channel strip before the fader. Then you've got your auxiliary sends. You've got number 1 and number 2, and the unity setting is there at the top, and this controls how much of this particular strip is going to be sent out to either of your two auxiliary sends. Underneath that you've got a little bit of EQ control. You can control your high, mids, and lows for this particular channel alone before we hit the rest of the mixing board. But before we do, I want to show you the back where you would put your hardware inserts for channels 1 through 6, and there they are. Here we are in the bottom half. So underneath the EQ we've got your pan left and right, and that's going to take your mono signal and determine how much of it is going to be sent to the left channel, how much to the right, or is it going to be sent in a balanced fashion. Next you've got your mute button, which is going to kill this channel for no longer sending information to the rest of the mixing board, no longer sending it to the mains. Here's your solo button. If you press that, a little red light is going to happen on the other side of the mixing board, and that's going to be a rude solo, meaning that if you hit the button, only this channel strip is going to be sent to the mains. Everything else is going to be killed temporarily. And finally you've got your main slider, and there's that unity setting for your line level. That's where you really want to try and keep all your sliders around that level. So that's one channel strip, and then it's just replicated left to right across the way. And that's a physical version in an analog Mackie mixing board. Now we're going to see what it looks like in the digital world. Here we are in ProTools 11. This is our DAW that we're going to use for this example. At the top you've got your inserts for the channel strip, and these could either be software inserts or they could actually be hardware inserts coming from your digital audio conversion device. Next you've got your sends, and again these could be hardware sends where it's sending that audio channel out to a piece of hardware, or it could be an internal bus send. Next you've got your I/O, and this is where you're going to decide, oh, do I want my input to be coming from a physical device, or do I want it to be coming from a bus? And at the same time you've got your output. Same thing. Now you've got your channel, your pan left and right, and that's how you would control that. Do I want to send this particular channel strip more to the left or more to the right? This is where you would record enable, and that would, and then you'd go to the transport and you'd hit record and play, and then whatever is going into this track would be recorded. Here's your solo button and your mute button, just like on the analog mixer, and finally you finish with your fader. This little symbol means that it's going to be an audio channel as opposed to a MIDI channel, and then a spot where you can name it, name the channel. In this case it's just name the default audio 1. And again, sort of the concept is information goes in at the top and comes out at the bottom. You've got your inserts and your sends here, and that's the main section that you're going to work with, but as well there's your primary fader. And the channel strip on the digital audio workstation very much emulates what you saw on the physical analog mixer. Well, there you have it. Upon reflection, I kind of wish I had a better quality camera and microphone. Seeing as you guys were so nice to sit and watch this, I kind of wish it was a higher quality. But hopefully you can see everything, and you can see the differences and similarities between the physical version and the digital version of a channel strip. They are extremely similar, and they work very much the same way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!